Well, here I am in my living room this time. And of course my little buddy down here, always around. And I'm going to show you some stuff I've done. And it looks like, well, I got my main computer out here with my other big main desk out here. I've got my other one back in my bedroom. But old dog, this dog is something else. I don't know what he's doing. Anyway, I was going to show you, I have my speaker back together. Yep, there it is. It's back on top of the radio. And yes, it does work. It tests out at 1,000 ohms. So that's going to work fine. And then I was going to show you guys also what kind of a mess this thing was when I got it. Dog. Okay. This is the cover. I had to glue and nail it back together. If you look at those ends there, this entire thing was split open in shipment. But you can see somebody used Gorilla Tape on the corner, so it had issues before, and they never said anything about those. But anyway, I put that back together and that fits now. And recorder itself, same thing with the cabinet. I had to go ahead and fix that. The corners were busted. And I had to, well, I'll turn it around so you can see it. You can see my nailing work right there. Right there. Now that side. Same on this side. I nailed and glued the whole thing back together. So at least it's working now. At least that part does. And I found out the other thing with this was some guy, whoever it was that owned this before, put these dumb plates on there. You can barely see, supposedly for the volume controls, but you can see, lousy job. He cut them out with tin snips or something because, oh, so he could expose these things here. Why not leave the stupid thing alone? Don't even bother with it. It was just plain stupid. And he had glued the things on. These were not factory. That was not factory stuff. The knob that was down on the end was this, a pointer knob. It's not the right one. I had a round knob. It's still not the right one, but it's still, it goes on the shaft just fine, no problem. It locks on there. I'll have to find the original round knob. It's a smaller knob that goes on these, but they all seem to work okay. Now, as far as working goes, well, let me show you here. If you can see this, I'm not sure. Okay, we'll turn it on. Now, first, okay, don't hear any noise, all right? But the light did come on the meter, and that meter should show the volume on both controls, right and left. So when we have it on, you should see the volume go, and sure enough, look at the needles. If you look close enough, let me see if I can get it in closer. And I'll move it back and forth. If I turn this all the way up, it goes into the red zone. Okay, so down in the green zone's right there. Same with the right side. If you turn the right side, you can turn it up and down on the volume. I can turn that all the way up into the red zone again, but nope, you can put them back down to about where they have to be in the green zone. Okay, so that works. All right, that much does work. Let's see what else we can get to go. Oh, this is also, this cover, it did not have a cover on it before. I got this on eBay and luckily the screws and everything line up, and it covers the heads and all. That was the other problem with this when I got it. It didn't even have the cover for that. So let's see, what are we going to do here? This is just a blank tape, so let me see what we got here. Let's see, well, okay, let's see what we got here. Have volume and tone controls. That's on, that's on. Okay. Those lock in. But now yesterday the motor was turning. So what happened that it's not working now? That's the question. It was working when she's not on pause. That's okay. Huh. It should be working. Oh, it is working. I see it turning. It's not on drive though. Okay. Let's go and do this. It's locked in that position. Not locked in that position. Huh. And that's not turning. Oh. Where was that? Oh, that's what it was. Hold on. Okay. I see what it was. For some reason the tape had loosened up. Okay. But yeah, it will work. The motors do work, but that's a blank tape, so I have no way to test it out to see if it's going to work. I just found a microphone for it. It's not the right one, but I don't know if it's going to work. But so far so good. Stuff is working, and I'm going to have to use the rubber renew on that drive. And then I'm going to check the rest of the stuff out. So I'll have to open it up and all that sort of stuff yet. But I just wanted to give you a shot of it after I put it back together. And I talked to the guys that shipped it and told him how it was shipped. And he said, I'm going to have to talk to the guy that did that because he did a lousy job. He wasn't supposed to do that. So he wanted me to send it back and all that. I said, no, forget it. I said, I've always glued and nailed it back together. So he says, well, and I told him, I said, I'm not going to give you a positive mark on it. I said, I'll do a neutral because it's partly your fault, partly UPS fault for manhandling the thing the way they did. They told them not to go ahead and put fragile stickers on it because they said it wouldn't help. That was UPS. And he said, so that's why they never did it, which I think is plain stupid. I've never heard anybody say that before. So anyhow, so they're going to have to go ahead and they'll go ahead. And he said, well, we'll give you a discount on anything. We'll give you, 25% discount on anything else you buy from us or whatever. Try to make things right. So I said, okay, fine. And so anyhow, that's the way it goes. So yeah, later on we'll start taking this thing really apart and see what's going on with everything else in it. Okay? And that's going to be it for now.